It's my thesis that over time, here I'm showing Sao Paulo, the work of Paulo Mendes de Rocha. Over time, cities have the capacity to absorb interventions that initially oppose them. Scale and proportioning are at issue, but no less so disorientation and divergence, together with the productive potential of intelligent but unprecedented projects. Insofar as scale is a matter of relationships, I think the heart of the issue is difference, or the separateness that sustains mutuality. I mean when parts are seen as counterparts, not despite, but precisely because of dissimilarity. Before turning to my specific examples, I'd like to say just a little bit more about what I'm calling whole parts. As I've said, they possess internal coherence. According to the measure established by Alberti centuries ago, he argued for an internal order that would be destroyed by any addition or subtraction. Insofar as they are parts that point beyond themselves, a whole is always only implied. Their, I'll call it, intrinsic externality allows them to suggest, imply, or project complementary forms. I realize there's something unsettling here. A whole part's internal coherence inclines it away from pre-existing patterns and systems, diverging from configurations that had been till then familiar and well managed. Lastly, importantly for me, as years pass into decades, whole parts suggest new forms of cooperation. Every discrete design, so conceived, shows itself to be non-discrete over time. Certainly not immediately, subjected, perhaps condemned, to unfoldings its author had never foreseen. I've introduced my question as one that has intellectual and practical force today. That doesn't mean it's only a contemporary problem, for there are many precedents in 20th century architecture, some very well known. Perhaps the most famous, possibly notorious case is Corbusier. Very briefly, I'll consider three of his projects, each at a different scale, after which I'll turn to another three examples, but each of them from the city in which I live and work, Philadelphia.